Hello, welcome. If you don't know who I am or don't recognize this face, my name is Angelicia, and on this YouTube channel, I go by Love in Motion. Typically on this channel, I like to talk about self-awareness, self-growth, self-actualization, and self-empowerment. Today is absolutely no different, so let's get into it. Yeah! I haven't done an intro in quite a minute, so that was exciting for me. I always look forward to making the video I'm making today every single year. So every single year, I have a tradition where I write a letter to myself in video format and talk about three themes that I believe are going to be present in the next year and the intentions I have for that. And then I also, within this video, will reflect on the previous year. So we'll talk about 2026 in the words that I chose, but first we'll talk about 2025 and the words that I chose and how those things actually held up within my life and how those themes actually happened, the lessons I learned, and it's just a fun time. I cannot believe I've been doing it for 8 years. It is such a blessing to be able to look back on my life in this way. And I truly, truly love the tradition that I have made for myself and how present I have been with myself to continue that tradition. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I believe and I hope that I do it for the rest of my life. But let's get into it. Let's dive in right away. This year, the words that I chose were joy, serendipity, and confidence. Going into the year, it was so funny because I was recording a video about what exactly I thought this year was going to entail, and the video cut off. My video completely stopped. So there was really no video footage of what I thought this year was going to be, and I feel like that is the perfect way to have went into this year because it was very serendipitous, which is like happy surprises, like just like not really knowing that something is just going to align in that way, in like a very joyful way. And truly, like, this year has been so rewarding and empowering to me. It has been one of the best years that I've had in a long time. I really, really started off the year focusing on myself, and I truly mean that. I went through like a little spat with my little friend in December, my ex-boyfriend, and I really feel like that catapulted me into like doing a lot of self-reflection because I didn't want to be the person that I was. I didn't want to hold on to things so tightly. I didn't want to be sad anymore. I didn't want to hold anything that was not mine. And I wanted to let go of the baggage that I had and the negative things that I had still carrying with me, or the lingering things. Like, I really just wanted to let it all go. And so I began the year, I really got into hiking, and I really feel like that really helped my mental health. I really got into a groove, into a flow of just being with myself and allowing myself to really feel the things that I was feeling, but also encouraging myself when maybe I wasn't feeling very good. And I feel like hiking was that lesson for me. Like, it taught me that. So like when I first started and there was like something hard, I noticed the way that I talked to myself. And so when I was talking to myself, like, maybe I should just go down, like, I look at you, you're breathing so crazy, like you can't do this. I started rewiring the way that I talk to myself, and I was like, okay, you can do this, but maybe you need to take a break. Like, I was just really present with myself and the things that I needed, and I think that translated into not just a physical way, like working out in that way and hiking, but also just how I navigated through my life in general. Like, I truly feel like being one with nature, being in that space with just myself, and really focusing on the way that I talk to myself really benefited me so much. I think that was the start of my learning how to be confident in myself, and then also finding joy in the little things in life. And that's something that I am grateful for. I've talked about it on this channel before, but I truly find joy easily. Um, Little things truly tickle me. They truly make me happy, and I can find those little pockets. And so, how can I keep those pockets to be more consistent, where I am more content in my life in general? And I think that this year has really taught me those lessons by actually doing the things, like not just thinking about the things, but actually like being present in my body, detaching from my future, my past, and really living in the present. And that's something that I've always struggled with. Even when I was really young, I did the maladaptive daydreaming. I have a really creative mind. I don't come from the best home life. Like, I love to like escape into reading and to into like entertainment and everything like that, because I have this imaginative mind, which is a blessing. It allows for my creativity, but it also hinders me in the way that I think about my past, or I think about my future more than I am actually in my present. So this year really taught me so many lessons. I don't know about taught, but it was like more like the things that I've learned over the years. It was like I was implementing them fully and embodying them, like truly embodying them, not just trying to do them, but like embodying it, showing up for myself, being present. And I will say that at the beginning of the year, I was working multiple jobs, and I finally found a little bit of a routine in that, but like I was still kind of in this like weird flow of things. But I allowed that flow to just stay in my life. Like, whenever I felt like I was struggling with money, I just told myself the money will come. And the money did come, and the money came in so many unexpected ways. And just the belief that something is going to happen, like it did. Like, I don't really know how to explain that, but the the act of just staying positive really had like real tangible benefits in my life. And I really feel like I found so much joy this year within myself, with my relationships. I really feel like, I moved to Arizona, and I kind of didn't know what I was doing. Like, I just was like, I need to leave. I felt this pull, this very spiritual pull to be here. I didn't know anyone here. The one person I knew that lived here, she actually moved 2 months after I got here. And it was like the job that I started with, I quit the first day. I've talked about that on this channel as well. And just like finding my footing was really difficult. And I went into flight attending, and we all know that that was a crazy time in my life. And I've learned so many lessons during 2024 that within 2025, I was just like, I just want to be happy. I just want to find joy. I just want to be confident in the way that I move through the world. And I no longer want to resonate with almost like the scared little girl inside of me. And I think in 2024, it was like I healed a lot of my anxiety by literally doing like exposure therapy of my issues with authority and my issues with like my ADHD, basically. Like, I feel like I had a problem with like routine, and I had a problem with structure. And I do think that I worked through those things. I've talked about it many times. My innate like issue is me not feeling good enough. And so I overdo, I overextend, I try harder, or I recoil, right? Those are the two ways that I deal with not feeling good enough. And so I do think in 2024, I resolved a lot of those problems. I, unearthed them I went and did the hard things. And 2025, I really feel like I reaped the reward of the hard work that I've been doing for so long. Like, I'm so grateful for this year. Like, I really truly feel like I'm a completely different person from the beginning of the year to the end of this year. Um, I just made so much space for myself. And then also, I feel like I finally found my footing in Arizona. I found a good flock of people that I love. I found a job that I love, with people that I love that work there. And it's like a place that I feel like I truly fit in. Like, in a weird way, I do feel like my job is an extension of myself. And, you know, I don't know where my life may take me, but I've never felt so secure in all facets of my life. And I don't know if that's coming from that inner confidence that I feel like I worked on at the beginning of the year, of just like, you got this, whatever you want, and just believing it. Like, literally, the job that I have now, I contracted with them and I was like, I just felt it. I was like, I'm gonna work here. Before I even knew that they were hiring, I was like, I know it, like, I'm gonna work here. And guess what? I got the job, and I easily got the job. And it didn't feel like too much pressure. And honestly, this whole year hasn't felt like not that much pressure. Like, I've done so much this year. I traveled. I went and I saw Zane at the beginning of the year, and I went to San Francisco and I did that trip by myself. And then I went to Puerto Rico for my friend's birthday, and that was a really good time. I went to Vegas. I had a really good time. That was my first time there. I went home for my birthday. It's my 29th. It is my golden birthday. I've always said that 29 was going to be one of my peak ages. If you know me, you mother freaking know. You mother freaking know. You know, I'm just really grateful for where I am in life, and I do feel like it was like surprising. There were some surprises in there that I didn't know were gonna happen, like finding the job that I want, finding people that I really, resonate with and feel like my tribe. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so, so, so grateful. I'm so, so grateful. And I'm so grateful for 2025. And I'm really, really excited for 2026. I feel like 2026 is going to be like an elevated version of 2025. And that is really exciting to me because I had such a good year. So let's get into what I think this year will bring me. The words that I chose for 2026, the year of the horse in Chinese astrology. So I feel like it's going to be fast moving energy. Whereas the snake, it was like the shedding of all that, all of the negative things to get the shiny new beautiful snake. That's how I feel 2025 was. So let's get into 2026. So the three words that I chose are synergy, fervor, and clarity. So the reason why I chose three words is because I really feel like when I first moved to Arizona, I was such a hermit, and I tried to go out and do things that I enjoy. Like, I'm very good at doing that. Like, I know the things that I like, I know what interests me. However, like, I was just struggling to find stability, like especially in like finances, my career, and then just it made me like very to myself. And I was also working through a lot of like inner stuff that I needed to like really get right on, and like building my like inner voice and like trusting myself, but then also like working through like trauma and like being away from this whole life that I created, and like, who am I beyond these things that I grew up around and I formed this life around? Like, who am I truly? Because of that, I was doing so much inner work. I became a little bit of a hermit, a little bit of a hermit. Um, and so I do feel like 2024 it got more or less hermity, and then 2025 I got way less hermity. So now in 2026 I just want to work on doing things with others and like collaborating, feeling that synergy, because I feel like one of my favorite things about the creative process is working with others. And I take that with everything in my life. Like I love partnership. I love group effort. I love collective movements, things going with people. Like I love the bonds that you create while you're trying to get to the same goal. And so I really want to find places and spaces and things to do that will allow me to feel that synergy, because it's so rewarding when you have a common goal and you both feel it and you guys are like in a flow and it's like boom boom bang. So yeah, I really want to focus more on being more artistically expressive with others and the synergy that comes with that. Even just the people in my life, like I want to get into a better flow with, just being around them, that synergy of, you know, being together and what that entails. So I'm excited about that. That was actually the first word that I chose, synergy, for the year. That was the first thing that came to me that really spoke to me. Then fervor it means like doing something with warmth, with vigor, with passion, and like a loving way. And so I want to do everything kind of like with my all, with my heart, with my soul, with my being. um and I want to go into everything just giving it my all. And I think that's an admirable thing to try to accomplish. Obviously we all have our 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 pits about ourselves. I feel like this is going to push me to look at things from a more positive perspective of like, okay, well, let me just try following that that want, that need in a passionate way. I'm really excited to continue to do things with fervor, with my all. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. And then clarity. Um, I think sometimes I can cloud myself with my overthinking and my analytical mind. And so I want more clarity in my life. I want my path to be clearer. And so for this intention, it's more, I just want the things that are meant for me to be very clear, that there's so much that I want to do and so much that I'd love to experience. And so I just want clarity about what those things are. And so that's almost like a ask to God. By asking God for that, I also have to show up and be clear about what it is that I want. Um, and then when those opportunities present themselves, to be present enough to see those things as clear as the route that I'm supposed to take. And I guess I want to learn more about how to know when something's meant for me. So those are my 3 intentions for the year. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry if I rambled a little bit. You know me, I'm a rambling queen on my unhinged soliloquy. But yeah, if you're interested in how my brain works, I would definitely watch more videos, because I have a whole series on here called Unhinged Soliloquy. I also have some vlog style videos. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please take a gander at my channel. I'm trying to upload more again. I was really good at uploading for a while, kind of slowed down, but these videos always feel so intentional and so beautiful. And I hope this inspires you to create um, your own tradition with yourself. Maybe write yourself a letter or do it in video format like I do. Pick 3 intentions, pick 5 intentions, pick 1 intention, whatever works for you. This is something that like means so much to me. I still look back on the videos from years before and I love seeing the way that I grew. I love seeing the way that my brain worked, and I hope to do this for the rest of my life. So thank you for being here.